Apologies. They were probably
It's okay.
feeling nervous to live stream because people will notice mistakes or whatever. Doesn't matter.
That's correct. Yeah.
Why? Who made the decision not to live stream?
We don't know. And actually, we didn't know that we have to live stream. We have been doing, but this is well, not there, so people were hesitant. Yeah.
Ah. Om. 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 ॐ गणानान्त्वा त्वा गणपतिं गणपतिगुं हवामहे गणपतिमिति गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् उपमश्रवस्तममित्युपमश्रवः तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ज्येष्ठराजमिति ज्येष्ठराजम् ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणः ब्रह्मणस्पते पत आनः न शृण्वन्नोतिभिः ऊतिभिः सीद ऊतिभिरित्यूतिभिः सादनमिति सादनं प्रणः नो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती वाजिनीवतीति वाजिनीं वती धीनामवित्री अवित्र्यवतु अवत्वित्यवतु ॐ गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ हरदाकाशे सदा भान्तं शान्तमानन्दरूपिणं ज्ञानभानुमहं वन्दे सद्गुरुं सत्यसायिनम् ॐ सद्गुरुचरणारविन्दाभ्यां नमः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Hari Om, Shalom, Sai Ram, Namaste. We are now in the 10th Anuvakam of Sri Rudram Krama Patham. From here on, there are ruks. Just like the first Anuvaka, all of them are ruks. What is a rook, Nandini? What is a rook?
One line.
I said from here on, there are rooks. Until now, there are edges. Try again.
2 lines.
Or more, yeah. 2 lines or more. At least 2 lines is rook. That's the way to look at it. So, the first rook, drape, andhasaspate, daridrannilalohita, येषां पुरुषाणाम् येषां पशूनां मा भेर् मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत्. Okay. Go to chant without looking at the book. Om. You have to unmute.
Om Drape Andhasasapate
No. That's not chanting.
Om Drape Andhasasapate Daridranilalohitam Esham Purushanam Esham Pashunam Ma Bher Ma Romo Esham Kinchanam Matam.
Okay. No, only one rook. Don't go next. So you are there, but not 100% in the zone. Yeah, the mantra swaras are okay. Pronunciation yesham kinchanam yesham kinchanamamat, you are saying yesham kinchanamamat. The anuswaram yesham kinchanam, not yesham kinchanamamat. That means the pronunciation uh, nuances are not sunk into the heart yet. Yeah, the swara is correct. The and then some places you're giving extra. Okay, let's see who else wants to chant. Okay, Drape and the Saspade. Okay, Prabhakara Yallai. Chant without looking at the book.
Drape andasaspate.
That is not, no, that's too low. Om, if you are chanting like Om Drape and the Sas, that's called Nunam. Veda mantras cannot be chanted in very low scales. It's Nuna. Vibration is not produced. One more. Om. Okay.
Om
Hmm.
Drape andasaspate daridrannilalohita esham purushanam esham.
Okay. You have a bad throat. Sorry. Yeah. Abani, please chant. He was.
द्रापे अन्धसत्त्वते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित येषाम् पुरुषाणामे मेषाम् पशूनाम् मा भेद्मा रोमो येषाम् किञ्चनाममत्.
Good. Okay. So first you have to be able to chant properly. You have to know the Samhita Pata correctly. Then you will at least begin to understand the words underneath it. Okay. Let's see. Sita, can you please share the screen, ma? Now we are looking at this 10th Anuvakam. Even the number associated with this Anuvakam is each one, if you actually pay attention, the number associated with the Anuvakam is also significantly spiritually connected with the inner meaning of the Anuvakam. We talked about 8 being the infinite turned around, 9 being the indestructible. What is that indestructibility associated with? It's associated with light and love. Light being Devanam, Hridayebhyaha is the heart. Heart here meaning Bruhat Daya, meaning infinite compassion, infinite compassion combined with this divine light. That is what is called Bhagavan. Light and wisdom together is called Bhagavan. That is the meaning of the word Bhagavan. So the combination of light and love is indestructible. That's the 9th Anuvakam. So this is the 10th Anuvakam. Dashama Anuvakam. Dashama, 10. Vijaya Dashami, Dashami. Sri Rama Navami, Krishna Ashtami. You think all these names are, huh? What is Krishna related to Ashtami? Why is Rama related to Navami? Why is the Mahalakshmi, the destruction of all the evil forces, Dashami? Why is it Naraka Chaturdashi? If you simply understand the Shabda and the Ardha and only ask those questions, how is it like that? What is the principle behind it? That in itself is a beautiful spiritual exercise. So we finish 9 and we come to the 10. Vijaya Dashami. This is the beautiful principle of this 10th Anuvaka. What happens after you are this illumined soul that is spreading light and love? What happens with that? What happens when your being is this infinite compassion and light? What is that state? What is action in that state? What is word in that state? What is thought in that state? Sarvatvatmaviti स्फुटीकृतमिदमस्मादमुष्मिं स्तवे तेनान्यात् स्मरणात् तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात्. This entire essence of this whole thing is one principle and one principle only, that all are one and one is all. All are in you and you are in all. And Bhagavan says in Gita Vahini chapter 6, Gita Vahini chapter 6, he says, all are in you, you are in all. You have to get this conviction fixed. You have to get this conviction fixed. You have to get this conviction fixed in your consciousness by means of analysis, discrimination, and intellectual exploration. You have to isolate and dismiss from the consciousness the impressions of the senses, mind, intelligence, etc. These have nothing to do with Atma, which you really are. Even if the senses, the mind, the intellect, etc., are inactive, that inactivity will not affect the Atma. To know that Atma as such an entity, unaffected and unattached, is the secret of spiritual wisdom. And every single act of yours must be carried out with this wisdom as its background. That awareness of the Atma will guide you in both the out moving and indrawing paths, what we call pravritti and nivritti. It will not block action, but fill it with purpose and meaning. It will build up faith and moral life. It will take you to the realm of deliverance along the road of renunciation of the fruit of action and not renunciation of the action itself. This is Gita Vahini chapter 6. So to know that this principle of love is present in everyone in the form of Atma, and that Atma is infinite and eternal. These are words of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. There is no one who has simplified beyond what he has done to bring it all together in such succinct way. And for us, in looking at all of this Rudram in this way, Krama Patham does not mean simply playing the words with 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. That kind of Krama Patha, if you train a computer, it will also do it. 100% it will do it. A computer can do all the things associated with Kramapata, Ghanapata, Jatapata. It will do much better and perfect than even a human being with their throat and intellect can do it. But what a computer will not and cannot have is this experience of the self that we are talking about through chanting these incredible mantras. And that is the way this Kramapatha is being taught. That is the way this Kramapatha is being looked at. This is the gift of Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba and none other than that. Don't go bloody chase this guru, that guru, leaving Bhagavan's feet. Waste of time and energy. Stay with the source. Be grounded in the source. Enjoy this fountain of love and the light that has never happened in the history of humanity and perhaps will not again. So what is this principle that we are talking about? What happened after 8th Anuvakam? What happened after 9th Anuvakam? Now what is this 10th Anuvakam? This 10th Anuvakam, for technical details, has 12 rooks in it. And each rook has a rishi, a chandas, and a deity associated with them. Please share, Ma. And as it is written in this Kramapatha script that you are seeing there, this first rook, the rishi is Pulaha. The chandas is Astara Pankti, and the devata is Rudra. Drape Andhasaha. Andhasaha Pate becomes Andhasaspate. Andhasaha Pate. Now you see, Andhasaspate, when you chant it as a single word, but within that there is Andhasaha Pate. Sandhi makes it Andhasaspate. Daridran. Daridran Neelalohita. Esham Purushanam. Esham Pashunam. Ma Bheh. Ma Araha. Mo Esham. Eshang King Kim. Kinchana. Chana Amamat. Amamaditi. Amamaditi. Amamat. Kinchana. Chana Amamat. Those are the words in that rook. Now let's learn and then we will understand the literal meaning and the inner meaning of this. Satisha. Drape. What is that? One of the chandas in Samput. Okay, Ma, that's fine. Thank you. Drape andhasaha andhasaspate.
ॐ
Om.
द्रापे अन्धसः अन्धसस्पते द्रापे अन्धसः अन्धसस्पते.
See, now did a good job because it is written there. There is a vertical line between Drape and Andhasaha. And I'm telling these people that are using all kinds of scripts now to teach. Please stay with this kind of a script. where everything is outlined. No book has any of this kind. Huh? Why there is a dra, pe, and andasaha, why there is that gap, Satish?
Because there is a vowel followed by anudata. Sorry,
Okay.
anudata followed by a vowel.
There,
Also,
that is the problem. You watched the videos one time and you thought you figured it out, but you never did the exercise on each of those pronunciation and intonation, pauses, holdings. You never went back and did an homework about that, and therefore it won't be retained. How you think you will learn spiritual education? For secular education, you follow all the principles of doing homework, assignments, every damn thing, because somebody is grading you and you have the fear of failure. I'm not talking about just Satish Radhakrishnan here. 99% of you, I know 99% of you have not gone back and asked the question, done the homeworks and assignments properly. Nandini, why there is a long line between those two? If you don't know, just say, Uncle, I don't know. That's fine. We'll move on.
Shaker uncle, is it because there's a vowel before the end of at the end of drape and then at the starting of andasaha?
That is correct. But there is one more nuance associated with that.
I'm not
It,
sure.
okay. When a long vowel word is followed by a vowel with a short vowel, then there is a pause. But when two vowels are together, then it will be a, if, for example, if a short vowel followed by a long vowel or a short vowel by a short vowel, all those combinations, you will have a blue line. That means it is not a complete, yeah, right there, what Sita is pointing out. Mo, Esham, there is a blue line. Whereas Pe, Andasaha, there is a red line. Mo, Iti, there is a red line. In the same rook, at least he recognized he has to pause. He didn't know how to pause, but you see, that's what I'm saying. If it is there, at least the mind will see it and say, oh, here there is a pause, I have to pause. To understand why there is a pause, why there is a long pause, why there is a short pause. Short pause in the text is the blue, long pause is the red. That is now the nuances, these nuances are not taught. They are not written in any books. And I have to thank my brothers and sisters who are putting enormous amount of time and energy in creating these scripts. Now we have uploaded the Shivopasana mantras. We have uploaded Mantra Pushpam, Sarvadevata Gayatri, all of them. Not only that, with all these holdings and everything, all of you should go back and relearn those things properly. And for heaven's sake, please don't teach knowing it. Okay. द्रापे अन्धसः अन्धसस्पते पते दरिद्रत् दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता पते दरिद्रत्
Om Pate Daridrat Daridran Nilalohita Nilalohite Tinila Lohita.
did I chant that?
No.
Okay. Okay. पते दरिद्रत् दरिद्रन्नीललोहित नीललोहितेति नीला लोहित येषां पुरुषाणां पुरुषाणामेषां येषां पशूनां मा भेर्मा मारः अरोमो sorry aromo mo esham mo itimo esham kim kinchanam chana 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 sorry chana chana is down or up chana amamat. Okay, I'm going too fast. Where do you want me to stop? Okay, I'm going like you. Let me stop. Let me chant on Nilalohiteti and then Esham Purushanam, Esham Pashunam. Okay. नीललोहितेति नीला लोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां येषां पशूनाम्
नीललोहितेति नील लोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां येषां पशूनां नीललोहितेति नील लोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां येषां
पशूनां मा भेर्मा मारः
पशूनां मा भेर्मा
नो मा
भेर्मा मारः पशूनां मा भेर्मा मारः
अरोमो मो मो एषां मो इति मो येषां किम्
येषां
sorry येषां किम् okay, let me do one more time. Aromo mo esham mo iti mo esham kim
अरोमो मो एषां मो इति मो येषां किम् अरोमो मो एषां मो इति मो येषां किम्
kinchana chana kinchana chanamamat amamadityamamat
किञ्चन चनाममत आममदित्
Amamadityaamamat.
Amamadityaamamat. Kinchana Chanamamat. Amamadityaamamat.
Yeah, in that line, Ditya Mamatu, that Ditya Mamatu should not be separated because Amamat is one word, so there is no Mamat as a word. Yeah, that should be, please make a note of that, ma. Amamaditya Mamatu, that Ditya Mamat should be one word. Okay, so what we are chanting, this particular Ruk. ॐ द्रापे अन्धसः अन्धसस्पते पते दरिद्रत् दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता नीललोहितेति नीला लोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां येषां पशूनां मा भेर्मा मारः अरोमो मो येषां मो इति मो येषां किञ्चन च नाममत् आममदित्याममत्. That is
Om.
that's okay. We'll go into the meaning of this now. Drape. Drape means the punisher of the sins. Andhasaha means Andhasaha means what is consumed. Pate means the one who protects. So when he protects what you consume, what you consume is what is called annam, food. Andhasaha. Daridran. Daridrat Neelalohita. Daridran Neelalohita. See, you will also now begin to understand that ta followed by na turns into double n. You will understand the principles of sandhis also. Daridrat Neelalohita becomes Daridran Neelalohita. Daridrat, who is Daridra? Daridra means a poor fellow. That's what we interpret colloquially. Daridra does not mean poor fellow. Daridra actually means the one who has no interest in taking care of himself. So if the fellow has no interest in taking care of his body and all of that stuff, how will he look? And therefore you look at that fellow, matted hair, torn clothes, body full of dust, or sometimes with vibhuti. How does he look? The one who has no interest in self-aggrandizement. That is what is called Daridra. Neela Lohita. Neela Lohita. Neela is blue. Lohita is orange red. Neela Lohita. Orange red. And now with the next line. So all of the second line is addressed to the first, which are all the nouns associated with something. Drape, destroyer of sins. Andhasaspate, the protector of what is consumed. Daridran, the one who is totally detached. Neelalohita, the one who has red and orangish complexions. Blue and orangish complexions. What we are asking him to do? Esham Purushanam all these people, Esham Pashunam, all these cattle, Ma Bhe, may they not have fear. Ma, flat ma, means do not, may not. Have Bhe, means fear. May they be fearless. Ma Araha, may they have not enemies. Ma Araha. Ma U Esham becomes Mo Esham. Now there also you will understand the sandhis now. Araha, Araha becomes Aro Mo. Araha Ma becomes Aro. Aro, in that Maro Mo there are three. Ma, Araha, U. Esham, Ma, U, iti, Ma, U, Esham, Kin, Chana, Amamat. What a beautiful, incredible experience of just even saying those and understanding it like that. Ma bhe, may they not have any fear. Ma araha, may any of them, araha means perish, may any of them not perish. Ma araha, not perish. Ma u amamatu, may they not be deceased. Now, what does this all mean? Now, why are you chanting this after having light and love? What happened after the ninth Anuvakam? After the ninth Anuvakam, Devanam Hridayebhyaha. What are these Devanam Hridayebhyaha doing? What is the purpose of their existence? The purpose of their existence is simply love and light. So if the purpose of your existence is love and light, then you opened your eyes and you are seeing all these people and the cattle and every being as in diversity. You are a realized soul without fear. Abhaya, ahimsa, asanga, ananda. Am I talking to myself? Hello, Sairam. Huh? Am I talking to myself? Swati, am I talking to myself?
The answer is spreading.
Huh? What the?
Shikanta, the
Huh?
answer is spreading.
Spreading
The
love.
the essence is spreading love. Oh wow. Yes, the essence is spreading love. Is that what you said?
Yes, Dr. Shekhar uncle.
Yes. The essence of your life is spreading love. So, what is this essence of spreading love? Then, what you see people around, they're in fear. You see people around, they are diseased. You see people around, they're suffering. You just look at life around. There is all these things. And the first question you ask is, if God exists, why all this exists? But you never ask the question, if I am existing, why is all this existing? If I am existing, why is all this existing? That means what? You see fear, you see suffering, you see pain, you see all these things. What do you have to do about it? What do you have to do about it? And what do you have to do about it if you are light and love and nothing but that? So, therefore, you are addressing the fundamental problems associated with fear, pain, suffering, disease, all those things. And that is what the first line is saying, Drape Andhasahapate Daridran Neelalohita. Abba. I'm telling you, man, go check out any video and please come back and tell me if anybody has interpreted this in the context of Bhagwan Sri Satya Sai Baba and his beautiful insight into what living Rudram is, not chanting Rudram. What is a living Rudram? And when you begin to get into that, and now you chant these mantras with that awareness, the experience of the Rudram is profound awareness in presence. Drape means the destroyer of sin. And what is sin? Huh? What is sin? Erythro, my sin. Ezithro, my sin. This my sin. This sin. That sin. You take as medication. My sin. Huh? How beautiful they named whatever these pharmacologists that discovered these drugs. They all called them mycin. They're called antibiotics. Uh, See, every word has this incredible spiritual connection to it. If you have sin, you will take ezithro, my sin. Ezithro is your sin. Huh? Erythro, my sin. Erythro is your sin. So first you have to understand what is your sin. Papa, they call it. Papa. What is Papa? When somebody is suffering, you say, Ayyo Papam. Ayyo Papam, you say. When somebody is suffering or in pain, what do you say? Ayyo Papam. What? The fellow did sin and therefore he is suffering. Then you say Ayyo Papam. Ayyo Papam is expressed as what? Some kind of compassion. But actually, what you are accusing the person, that fellow did a sin, therefore he is suffering. So you are not actually consoling anybody by saying, Ayyo Papam, you are increasing their suffering. Arey fellow, you committed a sin, therefore you are suffering. Ayyo Papam. Who did he commit the sin to? Ayyo, to Ayya. Or he committed the sin to Amma, otherwise Ammo Papam, Ayyo Papam, Amma Ayya. You fall. Huh? Swami tells a beautiful story about this. That Shiva and Parvati were going. They saw a guy who was sitting at the tip of a tree, and the tree branch was about to fall. And the mother Parvati notices, and then she notices, hey, that branch is going to break, and that fellow is going to fall, and he's going to die. We need to save this fellow. He's a good devotee. Please, do something about it. Even in the divine pair, the mother gives action items to the father only, all the time. So it's not any different there also. So the action item is given to him and he says, hey, you noticed, you take care of it. Why should I take care of it? You are the one that noticed is going to fall. So you please, this is Swami's story. I heard this story when they played Swami's discourse in Puttaparthi on Ishwaramma Day. This beautiful story. I was in Puttaparthi on Ishwaramma Day and Swami's discourse was played and he was telling this story. And then Parvati says, no, 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 even though I notice you are the guy who has to get into action at the end of the day, please, Parameshwara, please save this guy. And then they came, he gave a solution. He says, okay, here is the deal. When he is falling, if he says, Ammo, you save him. If he says, Ayyo, I will save him. Amma means mother, Ayya means father. If he says, when you fall, you say, Ayyo. Then if he says, Ayyo, I will save him. Deal? If he says, Ammo, and then on the lighter note, Swami says, the fellow was falling and he said, Abbo. So neither the father nor the mother saved him and he died. And uh, poor fellow. Ayyo, papa. Uh, so when you have pain or suffering, at least please remember to say Ammo or Ayyo. Then one of them will come and save you. Don't say Kuyo Morro. You understand? Huh? Please remember, please remember to say Ayyo Ammo. Don't say Kuyo Morro. Yeah, Sairam. See, that is the beauty of. So, what is sin? The fundamental sin is that you are separate from God. That is the fundamental sin. Nobody even talks about that sin. They're talking about all the other sin you commit with your body and mind and all. Yes, they are also sin. But if you have not committed any other sin, you are a very wise person, you are really doing all service, you never think ill of others, you don't do any of that stuff, and you are completely a pure hearted person. Ah, and even in that state, if you think you are separate from God, you are a sinner. And that is the sin that has to be fundamentally destroyed. That is the sin that you are committing by your speech, by your action, by your pursuits, by all these things. That is the fundamental sin you are committing. And that's why in Sandhya Vandanam, my friends who do Sandhya Vandanam every day, understand that that's what you are saying when you're putting water in the mantra that you are saying. Suryascha manyascha manyupatayascha manyukritebhyah papebhyo rakshantam yadratriyat papamakarsham manasa vacha hastabhyam padbhyam udarena sisna ratristadavalumpatu yatkincha duritam mayi idamaham mam amrutayonau surye jyotishi juhomi swaha. If you understand those mantras, you will do Sandhya Vandanam every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. And the fellows who do Sandhya Vandanam have no idea what they are chanting, why they are drinking water, they have no clue. They are so just and they will create nuisance and nonsense for everybody around them and wet themselves with water. Somebody walking by will fall and hurt themselves with all the water they have poured around. This is not Sandhya Vandanam, my fellows. Manyukritebhya, manyupatayascha manyukritebhya, papebhyo rakshantam. To protect me from the sin committed by what? Papebhyo rakshantam yad ratriyat. Papam, whatever I have committed in the night before. Night is not even that. Ratri is not even night. Papam akarsham. How did you do that papam? Manasa, vacha, hasta, padbhya, udara, sisna. Whatever sin I have committed in separating myself through my thought, my word, my deed, through my hands, my feet, and other organs. And that separatedness feeling that has occurred, and to protect me from that sin, Surya Jyotishi Juhomi Swaha. Su Aha is Swaha. That which is offered intentionally is Swaha. Not Swaha and throwing stuff into the fire, or drinking water and saying Keshavaya Swaha, Swaha. Please don't feel offended. that I am picking on people. At least they are doing some karma, whether they know it or not. That is the first step. If God wills and graces, they will begin to understand, get into the awareness of what they are chanting. But at least they are chanting. So that is the first part. The second part is really getting into drape, destroyer of sin. Andhasaha pate, the one who protects what is consumed. What are you consuming? What are you consuming? Not simply khana pina. That is not what is consuming. Food. What you are also consuming through your eyes. What you are seeing, you are consuming. What you are hearing, you are consuming. What you are feeling, you are consuming. Everything is consumed through these senses. Whatever is consumed through these senses, what does they do? What do they do? They create impressions, images, and all those things. And what do those do? They will further separate you from who you are. Are you are. Am I talking to myself, Pavani?
లేదు అంకుల్.
Huh. Andhasaspate. Then, when you are not in separation, when you are protected from what you are consuming, then what do you become? You become a daridra. Huh? You become a daridra means, I mean, suddenly people will feel fearful. Oh my God, I'm going to become poor. What happens to all this 401k, everything that I have accumulated, my houses, my people, my belongings, all of these things? What will happen to all of them? Amma, daridra, why, sir? I am doing all this during Shravana Masam. You should not even use this word, sir. You become detached from this ego self by becoming focused on unity, and you won't come any sin of separateness. Neela Lohita, Neela blue, violet, Lohita red, Vibjor from blue to red. That means entire spectrum of your perception. Neela Lohita. అరే ఒక్క మంత్రానికి one mantra. How much of wisdom is packed in this? కొంచెం అర్థమవుతుంది ఏం చెప్తాను?
అవుతుందండి.
ఎప్పుడే విన్నావా మంత్రానికి ఎట్లా అర్థం? అంటే లాస్ట్ యజ్ఞానికి రాలేదు. He didn't come for the last session. It's the first session he is attending. I'm glad you are attending not to learn Krama Patham, but to learn the Patham Krama means properly. Now you are actually learning Rudram properly. Have you figured out? Yesham Purushanam Neelalohita. So what happened? Without sin, with protection of all that what you are consuming through all your sense organs, and getting detached from all what is being consumed, and from this sin which is separatedness, you have expanded your spectrum of vision across the entire universe. Neela Lohita. Then in that spectrum exists what you are seeing as people and cattle and all the beings. Esham Purushanam, Esham Pashunam, Ma Bhe, Ma Aro, Anamam, Anamamatu, Kinchana Chanamamatu, Kim Chana Amamatu. Then what you're seeing? You see pain, you see suffering, etc. Then what will happen to you? You have turned into this love and this compassion. And when I was studying this, when this body was trying to relate to this mantra, I was praying to Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba, and then Swami said the essence of this mantra is love is my form, truth is my food, truth is my breath, bliss is my food, my life is my message, expansion is my life. No reason for love, no season for love, no birth, no death. This is the meaning of this mantra. Now you tell me, Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba is Rudram. Rudram is Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. You don't have to go chase this suktam, this mantram, this and all of this stuff. Therefore, he prescribed Rudram for the disease of birth and death. And he said, go chant Rudram every day. Don't worry about chanting all this accumulation of this knowledge, intellectualization. Nothing. Live and love and be in Rudram. Everything that that I explained as the literal meaning of every word in this mantra, when you go into that antarartha and paramartha, love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food, my life is my message, expansion is my life, Neela Lohita. And for this love, there is no reason, there is no season. It has no birth, no death. Eshang kinchanamamat. No fear, no pain, no suffering, no birth, no death. That is the meaning of this beautiful rook. 2 minutes left. Otherwise, we all get permanent head damage. So, that being the essence of this beautiful rook, we now dwell into with the rest of the 11 rooks in this Anuvakam, how that love expresses itself. The same principles are explained in the first Anuvaka, but the first Anuvaka to 10th Anuvaka, the first Anuvaka is seeing the world and yourself separate from God. The 10th Anuvaka is transcending the 8 and the 9 and coming to Vijaya Dashami. The victorious self, the supreme self is chanting this 10th Anuvakam. That is why it is Dashama Anuvaka. If you understood what Navaratri is and what is Vijaya Dashami, not simply doing these rituals, Chandi Homa, that mantra, and some guru will say, I will give you this mantra, give me this much money, I will conduct this retreat and you pay this much money. And then all the Bodha Guru, Badha Guru, Bheda Guru, but we forgot Sadguru, Satya Sai, Samardha Sadguru, Sainath. We left his feet and we are going chasing, trying to catch this. Manasa Bhajare Guru Charanam, Dustara Bhava Sagara Taranam. Don't leave Pattina Pattu Pattane Pattitivi. You already caught his feet. Why go leave, catch somebody else's feet? Get on to this. Be on this journey. Vidya Savant, thanks for that feet backdrop. Jai Sairam. Everything in this class is just happening in this windows only. And that's why I asked you to open your windows. You think I'm not paying attention to what is in your background and who you are. We are all one. And that is the beautiful quote as the thought for the today as written in Prashanti Nilayam. And we will close this session reading the thought for the day for today. If somebody can open it, I will try to see if I can open it. Yes. This Sai Inspires from Prashant Nilayam is a daily sadhana that every one of us should undertake. It will take you 5 minutes to read. Get up in the morning and instead of checking your WhatsApp message, open Sai Inspires. Read that first. That's my daily practice. And then that sets the tone of the day in a very beautiful way. Somebody sharing that? I'm trying to see. Satyas.
I can share, Uncle.
Okay, share, please.
Oh, I can't share host.
Oh, yeah, okay, 1 second. I'll give you access to share. Okay. Let's close this session with this beautiful thought for the day. And we started with the quote of Bhagavan from Gita Vahini. Can you expand the screen? I'm visually challenged. 1 second, please. Please go ahead, read, Ma.
How can one be awakened from this wakeful dream that is experienced? Bhagavan beautifully explains for us today. How can you be content living in this illusory world, gathering and relying on illusory knowledge? Realize the person beyond all illusion, who is the creator of this illusion, who is revealed in and through this illusion. Worldly knowledge is of the temporary, the particular, the finite, the individual. How can it reveal the eternal, the universal, the infinite, the absolute? The Veda has the answer. It asks us to analyze our dream experience. Dreams are unreal. They are illusory. But yet, for as long as we are dreaming, the experience is real and valid. Often in the dreams, as a result of the illusory experience itself, awareness is created through fear or horror or pain or excitement, such that the person dreaming wakes up and the dream is destroyed. What has caused the awakening? The dream itself helps in the destruction of the dream. So too, in this wakeful dream, in the illusory world where every wakeful experience is deemed true and valid, some experience or the roar of the Vedas and the Mahavakyas, divine axioms which ring through the sacred text, the Mahavakyas wakes man into the higher awareness. Divine discourse now.
So the line below is also important.
Yes.
The inherent nature of the fire is to burn, of water is to wet, of stone to be heavy. The nature of man consists in the yearning to know what, to know who you truly are. Be aware, be alert. Yadakshara Padabhrashtam. Satish.
ॐ
Yadakshara
यदक्षरपदभ्रष्टं मात्राहीनं तु यद्भवेत् तत्सर्वं क्षम्यतां देव नारायण नमोऽस्तु ते विसर्गबिन्दुमात्राणि पदपादाक्षराणि च न्यूनानि चातिरिक्तानि क्षमस्व सायेश्वर अपराधसहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व सायेश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष सायेश्वर हरिः ॐ तत्सत् श्री सायेश्वरार्पणमस्तु स्वस्तिः प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम् समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
बोलो
जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय
Sairam, are there any questions, comments?
Anna, yes, I have.
Yes, ma.
So just now you said visually challenged, right? You just used that. So I was thinking about this word andhasaspate. Don't we have this andhasaspate as visually challenged? Andha hai kya dikhta nahi kya, something like that, right? We say
Yeah,
in
that
that
here.
context,
Hmm.
that one, and also like technically, I was just thinking we break that word, right? So here we are not breaking this word like andhasaspate, suppose andhasaspate, something like that.
Yeah, so you're asking, I think the essence of what you're asking is if it is andha saha pate, why we are not breaking the andha and the saha. That is what
Right.
you are, yeah.
Yeah, and
So,
also andha means, doesn't it mean visually challenged?
yeah, andha means, okay, andha means the andha means the one who is blind is what is the colloquial meaning of the word andha. As you see, andhakara is also okay, this also means blind, but the words do not have one meaning only. So you have to understand that the meaning of the what we call as the Veda mantras is completely different from colloquial meaning, where the meaning is also tied with the swaras also of it. So if you say take the word ma as a word has three different meanings in Veda mantras, and the mantras mean the word meaning is also different based on the swaras associated with it. I am not a scholar enough to explain why you cannot interpret this andhasaha as the word the one who is blind. Pate means the protector of blindness. He's not protector of blindness. Okay, so that is one way to understand it. He's andhasa means that which is consumed. Sa andha means that is internalized or consumed. Is the way the meaning of this word is interpreted here. So it is andhasa as one word, andhasaha, pate are the two words in, not three words.
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Sairam. Yes, go to.
Um, in the script, there's one more. It says mo iti mo.
Uh, yeah.
Normally, iti comes when you break into two things. Why again mo? Is it
Uh,
ma o?
yes, yes, the good catch. There it is. Ma u becomes mo. Mo iti mo is actually is they're not breaking the u there. It says ma iti ma u becomes mo. Ma plus u becomes mo. Thank you. Good. Good observations. Any other questions? All right. असतोमा सद्गमय तमसोमा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। जय साई राम।